picked out some areas of interest, some of which you can actually see. We will get there when we start. Right, immediately, sort of. I just have to find where I put everything. This is important, and I think we got everything.
We are in the area where Magdalena is, right?
Yeah.
We didn't leave. Or did
No.
we leave?
I think we're as I remembered where we left off. It's right on the town square.
Okay.
You were speaking to the sergeant.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we have arrived where.
Yes.
Right.
And
we have pulled in every possible social arrangement that we can to.
Yeah. And you talk to the Americans like, what do you want to do?
Yes.
You want to leave.
And as I understood the sergeant, Alexei Lukman, he basically let you can like walk around freely but don't leave.
Right.
And he's basically at your truck anyway. So.
Which is fine. We're not planning on leaving.
And he was looking with his men at the corpse.
Yeah.
The time is somewhere between 8 a.m. and noon.
Yeah.
Which means it's at where the hell did I put that? Here. Don't worry, it's daylight out. It's raining, light rain.
It's gonna rain for a couple of days.
Do you know that? Or do you want to roll for that? There's meteorology or something.
Let's see here. I have nothing in it.
Then you use your asset only. Attribute only.
Yeah. So
and it's often one difficulty higher when you. No, yeah, sort of. It depends.
Yeah.
But just roll.
5.
Well, you can actually sort of tell from the formation of the clouds and sort of the overcast. Looks just
looks familiar.
Yeah, looks very familiar. Just looks
just like home.
Yeah. So you actually make a pretty good guess that it is gonna rain for a while.
Yeah. Oh, I can use this when I gain XP.
That's right. You can get better.
You can get better at that skill because you successfully used it.
Yeah.
Correct. Well, I think we can start. And as we said, you are at this sort of this courtyard. Mm-hmm. It's part of the very old town.
Mm-hmm.
This house here is the courthouse basically of the town, and the other houses are townhouses basically. Sort of some are remade restaurants or back before the war anyway. Some are like one of them is in a hotel. There is our Soviet car parked outside outside the hotel. Sort of your truck is in the middle of the square. There are some other like scattered vehicles, but most of them seem like abandoned, basically, more or less. Like no one has touched them in years, like that sort of abandoned. And there are like a few people around, but not many. They are not there, at least the inhabitants. You don't really know how many they are, and of course the guards. And you could, if I remember correctly, you were instructed to sort of go to wherever you wanted, basically in the town at least. So you're free to do that within reason.
Well, there's two things to consider. One is our injured friend, who could use, a little bit more care. I think. Another is our contact, Magdalena.
Yeah.
And we are at least going to be tolerated town inhabitants for a while, or at least until we decide to do something else.
I think. Well, you can spot. I think if you stay at this courtyard long enough, you will spot a man stepping out of the courthouse itself. Sort of seems is a bit more senior fellow, and sort of seems interested in you specifically because you stand out a bit. Sort of walks right across the courtyard and sort of tries to shake your hand because you don't seem the nearest person. You can decide whatever yourself who's the nearest person to him. But he's speaking in Polish, greeting you in Polish. You can understand that much, even if whoever he's speaking. You're the one actually.
Yeah, I actually can speak Polish, so I guess
he's shaking my hand and you talking to him.
Something like that.
I'll say hello, how can we help you?
Yes, he's introducing you as the mayor. It's Mayor Conrad. He's the sort of, and he sort of gives you the very short version of. Yeah, he's in charge of the town, the sort of the civilian population, and he's host to the Allied army and the Polish army when they appear in the town, sort of. And any guests of those are guests of him, and he sort of assumes, are you with a convoy? Have you come in like earlier because we aren't expecting one?
We were separated from our military units, and I have to admit, we are a little bit more like refugees, but we are very skilled.
I see. Well, refugees from what army?
I'll just look at it and say, seriously, who cares?
Well, my friends here, they have a tendency to care about that. Maybe we should talk out.
I've already spoken with the officer here.
Yeah, I see. Yeah,
we have a good relationship now.
Yeah, Sergeant Luckman is a reasonable man.
Yeah, but that's all been resolved.
That's
just
very good.
Talk to if you have any questions about that. Talk to Sergeant Luckman.
I might actually do that.
That's fine. That's fine. He said we could walk around, right?
Yeah, the Mayor Conrad. He will actually do. He will double check that.
Yeah, I'm not going to walk into that swamp by myself. Not without you speaking Polish.
I don't speak Polish at all.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
That's my problem. Since you don't, maybe a little. Maybe.
You have maybe 5 minutes to think about this, sort of. Then he comes back to you. Like,
right. Well, I'm going to say maybe it's time for you to start learning some Polish.
Easy thing to say.
No. I mean, if he watches and if she watches and pays attention, then there's a chance that you can get the experience point to use for that.
Rules wise, it's instructions.
Yeah.
Well, there's a couple of
passive instructions, something like that.
Yeah.
Whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Basically, you can open it up. I think something like that. So that's a good. Maybe you say that.
I am. I will definitely say we're going to get learning some Polish. I'm just being very lucky here. I'm here by myself with these people.
So basically the mayor, after he's exchanged some word with Luckman, basically he looks at the Americans. I believe they are with you. They aren't separated that far. I think they are. You're in a crowd.
You're playing them, so you have to kind of decide how they have.
I'm trying to remember
to a conversation.
They don't like the Americans. I think the Americans said they were okay with leaving. No.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
So if they don't like the Americans, we just
let them leave.
Yeah.
They might not love them. Well, anyway. So he's looking at. Anyway, maybe they are sort of by themselves, a couple of steps from you. Like you're still in a crowd. It's very obvious you are together.
I would feel really bad if they just got rounded up by the pseudo-military, this fragmentary military that remains. I mean, it's not like they can actually. They may pretend that they can put them like in a prison truck and take them to be properly processed somewhere as prisoners of war. They may pretend that that's the case, but the governments are no longer functional. The military's commands as as units or as a big complex with international policies and things. Those are gone. I mean, somebody's going to get bored with feeding them and just shoot them.
Maybe. Possibly.
That's
food is pretty, not scarce. Depends on the area, really. It depends on how well does the last.
It's just that we saw the Soviet armies really kick ass, right?
Yeah.
But how organized is it behind one layer back? Right?
Well, you see them in right up here, like there's a field hospital very close by, and there were a lot of wounded in that hospital. Yeah. So, Well,
I was just thinking about the attack in the first place.
Absolutely.
In other words, how organized. I mean, that was a very effective attack.
Yes.
But what's behind it in terms of social support, economics, the bigger government, and everything like that? I mean, that could have been just one local commander knowing what he's doing. But he's not going to get resupply from Moscow. Right? I mean, he's not.
Know that.
Yeah, well,
you actually don't. You can guess. You can get some qualified guesses.
The nukes have fallen.
You can qualify guess that sort of doesn't really.
The way my character looks at it, as soon as those things hit,
I can still hopefully pose as a Soviet person as well.
Yeah.
You are technically.
You are.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
going to say, what do you mean pose? As I understand. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I mean, if
you're
they
not
have a
Russian,
problem,
but you're
definitely
but
Soviet.
Siberian,
Yeah.
I can always say I've always been on their side. I don't
Yeah.
think they have a way to know.
What army were you in?
Well, technically, I was in the same as yours, no?
Not necessarily.
No.
No,
Actually,
you would
But
have
we
been in
ended
this.
up, we ended up at the same place, so probably we were in the same division.
But you could
That
have
was
been
I-
not my
war.
assumption.
Yeah, you were at the same place at least right before the battle.
Yeah.
At some
I
point
was at
before
the
the
same
battle.
place
later.
with a bunch of
Well,
Americans.
Yeah.
I was in the first platoon of the special company of the
Oh,
second
yeah.
battalion of the
Yeah.
12th
Guards tank division.
Yeah.
West Tank Division.
There you go then.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where I was.
Ah, yeah, exactly. And then
And
you
that's
somehow
the
ended
US?
up in no, that's a Soviet unit.
You're
Yeah.
from the
Uh,
Soviet
It's a
Union.
Soviet.
Yeah.
But
So
I
you-
have no idea where they are.
Right. But you still, I mean, you can at least say your number or something, right? I mean,
Mhm.
you're,
Of course.
And you were, technically locally recruited, of course, but it's all very technical, sort of.
Yeah.
You were militia, sort of trained, or not trained, rather. But anyway, basically, Major Conrad, he's done talking to Lukman. He's pretty happy. He's been eyeing you, and sort of he approaches you again, sort of. Well, Lukman says, it's fine. You seem to be, on the level. Sort of, he seems to trust you for a time, or he seems to trust you. And if you want to, we can quarter you in the hotel where the Soviets are staying at the moment.
sure, if it's okay with the commander.
Yeah, sure. There are a lot of empty rooms, so to speak. They aren't,
Okay.
they aren't exactly filling the hotel at the moment, and there is no convoy coming through. So,
I'm very interested in some medical help for Katrina here.
I'm fine.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, but
someone-
no, but we do
a
have
medical
a-
person can speed you up. You
yeah,
say
but
a couple of
we have
hours.
our professionals. We have a hospital in town. I mean, it's not what it used to be, of course, but
It's, believe me, better than a lot of places.
yeah,
Listen,
but so we can.
I do have one request after the medical attention. I'm looking for a woman named a family contact for her. Some news for her. Her name is Magdalena Simenus Lanya.
Oh, who?
Yeah. I do my best to not butcher it.
Yeah, but he knows what. Yeah, Magdalena. Yeah, she knows you. You came from the north, didn't you? Did her? You were.
I thought we came from the west.
I think you say yes.
No. Oh wait, you haven't.
Yeah.
This is north.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I came from the north. Yeah,
Never
Yes,
mind,
I
I'm
did.
not gonna switch it now.
I absolutely can.
Yeah,
Whatever
so,
you said, I wouldn't have said yes.
Exactly. Just
But
say
yeah.
yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but you probably run into her mother. That's why you have this sort of, as Lukman told you, this local sort of thug that you murdered or killed, which we're very thankful for. He has been known to sort of terrorize this area, and sort of as Lukman told it, you came from that sort of the northern
We settled that problem.
suburbs. Yeah, we're very thankful for that. And that's
We
why
are, as I say, we are a little bit unofficial now, and maybe it's better not to ask too many questions about each and exact individual background. But we have been through a lot together, and at least speaking for myself, I'm committed to the good of the community, and perhaps, and I have no long-term plans.
Well, I mean, the mayor. I mean, you're welcome here for the time being until you have figured something out.
Okay, let's get ourselves set up at the hotel.
And Katrina, they will, direct you towards the hospital. And probably will send. The mayor can send one of his sort of persons. He has some help that they are in the background. You can call them up. So in a time, after a couple of minutes, someone appears, sort of in half a uniform, not a military uniform, but sort of more like dark blue. Sort of, it's basically it's the Polish police, as it was called at the time, the citizens militia.
Yeah.
Because I still assume they're communists in this sort of world. I think they are, at least. But anyway, that's what they used to be. But this is the local.
It's where they're from. I mean, it's the.
They're
background.
still wearing sort of the uniform as far as they it's still together, and they are probably keeping the peace and sort of the civil sort of duties, sort of guarding. Their militias are very, very common. Sort of every town has a militia, and this is their take on it. They basically regained they have some leftovers from the sort of the previous sort of civilian sort of law enforcement duties. But anyway, so one of those people will, if you want to, take you towards the hospital.
And is there where can I find you after that if I want to like have another discussion with you?
You can find the mayor. He's basically lives and works at the courthouse.
Okay.
So that's sort of the
So
village
that's the
market.
building where we were.
Oh yeah, you are right outside the court.
Okay.
You can.
And I'll tell you the hotel as well.
You can also just point out it's at the courtyard.
Uh-huh.
This is a rather small town.
Oh, it's right here.
Yeah.
And then we're staying here apparently.
Okay.
So that's the hotel. There's the courthourse. Here's
But
the hospital.
I'm fine with that. I can go to the hospital
Yeah.
if that makes
I'll
you
come
like,
back. I'll come and
if
check
that's
you
really
out
you.
too.
Yeah. And then I think I'll have the discussion with the
Yeah,
mayor.
yeah.
Or
Mhm. And he also says, and we'll take care of your truck. You don't have to park it here. Park your trucks like right over down the road a bit. At the sort of, we have a water tower that sort of works as a sort of, it's a guarded area, sort of more safe. We don't want anything you have to go missing as you're sort of figuring out. So you're staying as guests.
I'll have a word with the mechanic, with
Uh-huh.
whoever taking charge of taking care of the cars.
Mhm.
Put my hand a little protectively on the fender and say, "This one has special needs."
Oh, they won't touch it. They're very nice with the cars, you know, the trucks. They're very used to it. You know, tons of trucks pass through here. Sort of,
I'm just imagining every useful piece of every single vehicle that comes in there. Every useful piece is going to go off into a box,
Yeah.
right? I mean, I'm going to find a whole bunch of
Into another
eviscerated
truck.
hulks.
Yeah.
Is what I'm going to find. I am
I
not
think you're
confident.
being a bit
about this.
paranoid, but like,
he's very assuring, like, yeah,
I'm thinking to
don't
myself,
worry.
you
You know.
realize what this truck got us through?
Yeah, but
It's your
no,
baby.
you can't just park
Yeah.
it here in the middle of
No,
town.
no,
That's
that's
not
fine,
safe. You don't
fine.
have to. We have to take it. You know, it's. I'm sorry, but you know we have to do that. So
No,
it's
no,
very safe.
I am completely fine with you. Let's go ahead and get that to happen. I'm happy to.
Mhm.
We'll load some things out
Mhm.
here.
Yeah.
We don't have much, right?
You have
Personal
something
belongings and things, right?
You have like 18 assault rifles.
Yeah.
In the back of the truck.
yeah, we collect
Something
a lot
like
of
that.
things, but
You know, I think that might
And
have
ammo.
partly. That's a good question,
Couple of machine
Lukeman.
Ah,
Sergeant Lukeman. How's your? I'm really not happy with giving them up. We cannot. 3 of us carry around 8.
We can give him like 10.
Yeah.
And keep some.
What are you gonna do with the rest? You have 80 of them. You need like one.
But keep him for us. Like you give him 10.
last time I
50 guns for us.
No, 18.
18.
He likes the
One
idea
eight.
of all of them loaded sitting there, so he
Okay.
empties one, picks
he
up
doesn't
the
have
next.
that.
If we drop one, we have some in the truck. Maybe not loaded, but if like
Yeah.
if we
Also,
need them.
I don't know how easy this is going to be, but
Okay.
our American friends should probably. I mean, I'm not going to send them out there with empty pockets, right? I mean,
Well, they haven't left.
they haven't left yet.
And they haven't understood your conversation.
Yeah,
either,
I
so
know,
they
I
don't-
know.
they're
Yeah.
basically just standing around.
Okay,
you know.
well, I think I need to update them.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
probably do.
Matt is looking at him like, duh.
Ah,
Yeah,
yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Yeah,
Every time someone says something,
Okay,
there's a
right.
silence. Matt is like, duh.
Okay, so here's my my update. We've been accepted enough to have lodgings at this hotel. They're not going to ask too many questions about where each of us is from or what we have been doing. The sergeant has been actually very accommodating about that. I think he has an understanding. And but we are still kind of under his authority.
Yeah.
Now there's this pig-headed guy who thinks he's running the place, seems to think that he's still the mayor. And so we kind of have to put up with that.
Can make
But-
a coup d'etat.
Yeah, I'm thinking that we should. Okay, we have to put this truck in this yard, getting Katrina off to a hospital. I have an overestimation in my head of how badly hurt you are.
Probably.
Well,
Yeah,
you
I
have,
have-
you have any
Wow.
skills in medical? So you do have limited, right?
I think I do. I have 2 in
Three
medical.
bullets.
I'd imagine
Yeah.
you would overrate sort of any. It would make sense.
My
That's-
point is that it's her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
that's
if
true.
she's hurt, it's obviously much worse,
Yeah.
right? So it's
Like I said, he's in
that's-
love.
Probably.
You know, this is an important person.
Yeah.
I used to watch this
Yeah,
person's
exactly. It's just
show.
fun.
You know,
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
a fact. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
It would
it's a bit of a bit of the past to hang on to. So yeah, I've got 22 close range small arms with my pistol, which is pretty good. And if somebody messes with Katrina, they're going to get that thing in their face. Okay, so the 20 man.
That's pretty good.
Somebody's getting shot in the face if they mess with Katrina. That is settled.
Yeah.
So.
So that's basically how it happened. You will sort of split up. Will you?
That's the point. I'm trying to make it clear to the Americans. The
Correct.
trouble is, there's not much I can do for you. They aren't going to mess with you.
No.
But they aren't going to. They probably aren't going to be very sympathetic. They seem to think that there's still kind of a command structure that they're working with. That's the problem. We found somewhere safe, but that means they have kind of a society here. You're not welcome in it. But I will warn you, I'm pretty sure, I'll tell them what I said before. I'm pretty sure that if they, quote, take you as prisoners, and there's going to be they're talking about the old prisoner exchanges and the rules of war and all the rest of it, and then the information travels up the chain to Central Command that you exist and everything like that. That's all gone.
They have no sort of.
I'm saying that's all gone. I mean, they're going to run out of food if they have you, sequestered. If they put you somewhere, they're going to run out of food, and then they're going to solve the problem. So, and I don't want that to happen to you.
I think both Sam and Nike, they could both they can't seem to remember any prisoner exchange from the NATO side to the Soviet side. They were just sent back to Germany, sort of.
Right.
Or in Germany in this case. So they know that there is no sort of point in it unless it's very local. They might have heard about some sort of lieutenant sort of changing with another lieutenant in night raids and so on, like very, very, very local. Or if it was someone really high up.
But anything bureaucratic above that.
No. There's no the Geneva Convention and so on. The rights of war is
right. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they understand.
So I'm this is the best I can do was to get you here. Here at least you'll get fed. No, but I think they are still thinking about they can't really stay here, but they're not gonna leave right now. They're not going to run off. Okay.
They're not, because they don't really wager their odds are that good.
No, they aren't.
Not without a vehicle. Without. They have to know orient themselves.
Or the language.
Yeah, exactly. They have they have to plan. They have to make some sort of plan.
Now, if I had come from a different background, my character had come from a different background, I might actually be favoring their point of view and saying, look, we can work together as the survivors of the West. But I'm not oriented. I'm Dirk. I'm not oriented.
Exactly.
toward
No,
that,
exactly.
So
There is.
I'm definitely a man without a country. In this case. So
where the hell did I put that? Anyway, the player sort of handout. These will also have read that. And they did the sort of the in character sort of diegetic, and they know because it mentions that there are pro-Western forces somewhere here.
Yeah, but after that event.
But they know because they've been in contact with those forces before.
So they have somewhere to shoot for.
Yeah. Yes, they are, and they know that here is Germany. So
right,
they know that they might have if they can get they can get in contact with these
I'll let them
guerrillas.
know. I'll do whatever I can. If I can set you up with fuel or something like that, I can I'll do what I can to make any kind of thing available to you, but that will have to be organized a little slowly.
Yeah, absolutely, and they have to plan out.
I'm just letting them know that I'm not going to hang them out.
They're very thankful for that, and they will sort of check into the hotel, so to speak, for the night at least.
Yeah.
And so they will follow you for the time being.
You'll have to figure out their tactics.
Oh yeah, I have some idea, but they are thinking about it sort of in their group sort of thing, and maybe depends on how involved you want to be with them, your character that is. Because they are sort of seeing you as more part of because you're from Anglo-Swear and so on.
Yeah. My character Matty is he doesn't want to go back in the same. He don't want to go back to the forces and fight. He wants to go back to Ireland and see what happened. He want to get back home and see is there an Ireland that he knows or is it a new? Is it still a Northern Ireland and Republic, or is it he wants to see what happens?
Yeah, exactly. No, but he wants to go home, and I think that's
another question. Are you a Westie? or a Northern
Republic.
You are from okay.
He calls it Derry.
I see. Then you would actually be in the British Army.
But he was forcibly drafted from the prison. He was an RA. So that's why he knows.
So you're a Catholic Northern Republic.
Yeah, Derry.
Would
Okay,
be,
okay, all right.
He calls it Derry, not Londonderry.
Exactly.